more in his second-year season with FSU, as his team struggled last year, finishing with a 21-31 record in his first year. Jarrett believes they will be able to ride the arms of their left-handed pitchers to win some more games this season.
I have been very impressed with the group of left-handed pitchers that we do have, and some of these guys will be new, but that group, top to bottom, any way you shake it, is very impressive.
Over here in Jacksonville at the Swisher Arena, the FGCU Eagles snapped the JU Dolphins win streak, defeating them 83-79 last night after having a dominant second-half performance. The Dolphins will look to bounce back when they take on the crosstown rival, the UNF Ospreys, Saturday at home at 1. It's 72 degrees at 2:02. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Attention. Attention.
They are not ready for prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time. What time is it? Showtime. Prime time.
It's XL Prime Time. Featuring Joe C.
I would clean that bone about as good as anything.
Matt Hayes.
The guys they had last year, terrible.
And Leon Searcy.
Mama know that when you get to camp, you ain't gonna see a lot of big daddy.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
All right, it's Thursday on XLP. We're here to bring you through the afternoon from 2 to 4 like we do every day. It's Thursday, and that also means we've got our coach, Dave Campo, here. I'm Matt Hayes. He's Leon Searcy. With the coach, Dave Campo, Joe Cowart on assignment. We have not spoken to Coach since the gigantic moment in Jacksonville history when Liam Coen was named head coach of your Jaguars. So we're going to get into that. We've got a lot more to get into as well. There's some rumblings now going around that the Jaguars might, with the 5th overall pick, choose a wide receiver. Choose a wide receiver to team up with Brian Thomas Jr. and put another piece around Trevor Lawrence. We're not talking about offensive line yet, even though the number one thing that Liam Coen suggested, underscored, underlined, whatever you want to say, was the O-line. Maybe wide receivers the way they go. Maybe corners the way they go. We'll get into that and a lot more. It's Thursday. It's the Medela yell, but I can't do it. And RJ, if you got JJ's, you can do it. Or if Coach, you want to do the Medela yell, you can do it. But
You ain't got it in you?
I ain't got it in me.
Come on.
Let's hear it. That was pretty good.
There we go.
How about Dave?
I will wait.
And on that note, Coach, all right, the beautiful thing happened on Friday. We have not heard your breakdown of it on these airways. Your initial thoughts of Liam Coen as your next Jacksonville Jaguars coach?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna be excited just for the fact that there was change on a 5 out of the last 5 wins out of the last whatever it was. I don't even remember. It's so bad.
5-17.
Yeah.
The last 22.
So I'm excited about that. And the one thing that I do like is that they made a decision. It looks like that they wanted to go with a young, up and coming guy that with on the offensive side of the ball, and they got one. And I think Liam has, his resume is short in the NFL, but his when he's been in the NFL, he's done extremely well. And the thing I like about him is he made the comment in the press conference that we have to get the lines of scrimmage taken care of on both sides of the ball. And I know you've heard from me a number of times, and, of course, Leon, obviously all of us have really said it. Mm-hmm. You go back all the way to taking 2 guards last year, Matt. So
still stand by that credo, by the way.
Yeah. And so to me, the thing that's going to change Trevor Lawrence, number one, I think this guy has a pretty good quarterback development
track record. Yeah.
But I think the thing that's going to change him more than anything is if you get the lines fixed, get the offensive line fixed to where you can run the football and get balanced. And that's what we were missing here. I can tell you right now, we could not run the football, so we could never really be balanced. And I'm not saying there were games that we didn't run the football a number of times, but we
Sure.
didn't make anything on
Right,
it.
there were allies. I mean, even in 2022 when they went to the playoffs, they didn't really run the ball that well. That was really just they were very good at throwing the ball, and they were better than average at protecting.
Right.
So that's how they moved the ball down the field. And then every once in a while, you'll see big runs because everybody was so worried about the throw game, right?
Yeah. And let me, I'm getting a little long-winded, but all I can tell you is
No, that's what people want to hear. We haven't heard from you. Let's hear it.
It's been a moment.
Yeah, well, I promise you, if they get the running game fixed, that will help Trevor for sure. He will be able to use the play-action game, get on the perimeter more with whatever you're going to do. Those are the things that I think are going to make the difference. But I also think his ability to move guys around and motion and that kind of thing gives you a little bit extra look at what they're doing defensively.
No, I've been saying the whole time that Trevor's best friend this year will be a run game, and it starts with the offensive line. That's why I was in awe when Liam got up there at the press and said, "Hey, listen, we've got to take care of the line of scrimmages. That's first and foremost. We got to find all." He said the number one priority is to find the offensive line coach. More than concerned with him coaches. He said all the right things in the presser. We all get on the Duval or whatever, but he said all the right things in the presser. My only concern with him, coach, is that, listen, the assistant coaches are as important, if not more important, than the head coach, to be quite honest with you, because 95% of the time, the assistant coaches spend time with the players, developing the film watching, evaluating, all that kind of stuff. Are you a little concerned because he's so young that maybe he doesn't have those built-in relationships with guys who have been in the league for a minute?
Well, I agree with you 100%. As a matter of fact, I believe the assistant coaches are more important. I think the head coach is a CEO and runs the operation.
Facilitator.
Now, in this case, nowadays, if the head coach is calling the plays, it's even more important that he gets the rest of the staff right, because if he's doing that, he's got to rely on a defensive coach that can handle it, that side of the ball, and that's it. So I'm a little concerned because he is young, and I talked to a couple guys from Tampa, and they said that will be a little bit of a problem because he hasn't been in the league that long. Who does he know? You got guys under contract. The positive thing, though, is I believe what he's going to do, and I think it shows in who they're interviewing. It's going to be somebody in the McVay tree because there's a guy that can say to him, hey, this is the guy, and he trusts him. And so, when you look at some of the guys that they're looking at, Durante Jones and some of the guys that were with him, and also I said this to Leon a little earlier, the offensive line coach from Tampa Bay,
right?
It could be a coordinator and leave, and that's his guy. So, I think that it's going to be a little tough, and I think it's important, though, for sure.
So the O-line coach from Tampa Bay, you think that if he offers him an offensive coordinator spot, which, frankly, it's Kevin Carberry, by the way.
Yes.
So frankly, it's not really going to be an OC job because Liam will be the OC.
Correct.
Liam will be the OC and the play caller and the quarterback coach for that matter.
He'll probably be the run game coordinator.
Yeah.
Right. Or the title will be OC just to give him that title.
Yeah, absolutely.
Correct.
But do you think he would leave just for the title, knowing that he's really not going to be the guy coordinating the offense, the guy playing, calling plays? Or is it just, he's his friend, he's going to make more money, he's got at least a title, and you advance?
No disrespect, to the offensive line. But you don't see a lot of offensive linemen, and you don't see a lot of defensive line coaches as coordinators.
Very few, yeah.
Okay? Because they're zeroed in to their spot.
Right.
Okay? So I'm not sure the play calling is that important to him. What he would look at as important is I'm getting the title, which look at how many who do they look at for head coaching jobs in the future?
Right.
The coordinators.
Right. Right.
So to me, this is a great opportunity for an offensive line coach because number one, you can only go up, and you got a situation where you're looking at an offensive line that if we get a couple of guys, we got a couple of tackles that we can probably make into pretty good football players.
Okay.
Now, if we get one or two guys in the front, I got a chance to elevate myself. And really the offensive coordinator position now, if the head coach is calling the plays, is organization. organization.
Yep.
He'll be breaking down teams. He'll be looking at, and he'll be offering his thought process and run game coordinator, whatever it is. That in itself gives you a chance as a head coach in the future because you're organizing, you're doing stuff for the betterment of the entire offensive team.
By the way, Carberry was his first year was with the Bucs last year. Okay.
Yes.
With the Saints prior to that, with the Rams for 2 years.
There you go. That's
I got one even better. Prior to that was Stanford's offensive line coach.
Yeah. They say he's really
he was
smart.
there from 20 at Stanford. He was there from 2018 to 2020. So I'm guessing he recruited Walker Little.
There you go.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
there you go. So he, you've got a little connection there, obviously. He's been in the league for a while.
And I think
coached
he's a
the
New
Cowboys
England.
and the Redskins.
I think he's a New England guy because I know Carberry's in the coaching business in New England.
He was born in Oakland, Illinois, Dave.
Well, then maybe that's not the same Carberry girl.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what got me excited today. We was talking to Tommy Mack early on, and he said that because the Jaguars' run game concept is more zone, he said down there in Tampa is more gap. So that means it's more emphasis on coming off the ball and being physical, double team, getting to second level. Where here in Jacksonville, you saw a lot of our line trying to position guys as far as zone protections go. So I mean, zone running go.
Does that take away your aggressiveness? Because explain to everybody what zone blocking is. You are literally going to a zone. You're not exploding against someone.
Yeah, well, zone concepts. You can still be physical running the zone. The Denver Broncos did it for the longest time.
True.
But they had linemen that could run, get on guys and cut on the backside, all that kind of stuff. The zone is to get your head play side and run. That's
push.
Get your head play side and run,
Yeah.
and you push. It's called push and climb.
Right.
You will push the tackle. If he's got a guy on him, he's got a linebacker. You get your head on the play side and run. And then you're pushing and climbing to the next guy.
Right.
All right. Where in this concept here, it's more double team orientated.
Knock them to the ground.
Hip to hip, getting off the ball and that kind. So that philosophy alone coming here, if that happens, where you're going to have guys, you're going to need road graders. You can't have finesse guys in that type of offense. You got to have guys that can come off the ball. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay,
listen,
so now the obvious question
let me
is-
just say this too: zone blocking too. You come off the ball on zone blocking as well.
Right.
Because if you watch the Philadelphia Eagles, they zone block.
Yeah.
And Saquon cuts it backside, but he's got maulers up front. You know, he's got guys that tossing guys out the club. That's the kind of guys you need on your team.
Right. So then that begs the question to both of you is if you're going to that gap block system, you're moving away from a zone block system, you need maulers.
You need more physical
You
linemen.
need nasty physical guys.
You do.
The three in the middle they got right now, do they fit that spot?
No. I mean, they're no. If we look at that last year, of course not. I mean, because they pass protect. They pass protect the same way they ran block.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're trying to position you instead of trying to come off the ball, and that's problems. That's big problems.
All right, so
go ahead.
Hang on, Dave. I want to get to you too, but I want to ask Leon this because Leon, of course, is the All-Pro offensive lineman.
Yeah, well,
so,
he knows a lot more about it than I do. I can tell you that.
So if
I
let's
didn't
just
block anybody when I was playing football.
I'm gonna throw this out there because I think this is the obvious question, the elephant in the room right now. Could those middle three guys, because let's not forget, before Brandon Sheriff went to the downside of his career, he was a mauler. He was a bad man. So could those three guys have been put in a position with whatever scheme they were entrusted to do, and that physicality been taken away from them because of that? Or do you think?
I don't want to give them a built-in excuse
right.
because I've seen teams who have zone concepts. I just mentioned the Eagles, where they got guys that maul you, come off the ball and toss you. It's just a mindset. It's a philosophy and a mindset. But that kind of stuff that they're doing on the field, you just don't wake up and do it. It's emphasized day after day after day after day after day. It's emphasized to it's entrenched in your head. This is how we're going to be a physical football team every day.
So they wasted $30 million on a left guard is what you're telling me. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, okay. Yeah.
Well, let me. Yeah. You come right to the point most of the time.
Well,
Matt.
I mean,
that's one of the things I like about
look,
you.
it's kind of the reality of it. He
Just
struggled.
only one of the things. I like a lot of things.
Ezra Cleveland struggled last year, right?
Yeah.
Mitch Moore struggled last year.
Yeah.
And I mean, clearly Sheriff did too, but I'm not blaming Sheriff. He's on the down. Even Mitch Morse is on the downside of his career too. They both are. So you put 2/3 of your middle three into guys that are on the downside of their career. I'm not ripping those guys. It's just that's a fact. That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah, Leon has said this. I'm surprised he just didn't say it right in that comment right there. You look at Tampa's offensive line. Who's the oldest guy in the offensive line?
Tristan Wirth, 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Young guys.
And so the oldest guy's also the best offensive lineman in the NFL, too.
Yeah, exactly. So in answer to your question, the knock I had on Cleveland was if he got on some big guys, he got knocked back. He doesn't have big legs. He doesn't have as much power as some of the guys. He's
probably a tackle trying to play guard.
Exactly. You got a guy at right guard that is long in the tooth and definitely is probably not as strong and physical as he was when he was a really good offensive
he's
lineman.
dinged up all the time because he's getting old. Yeah.
The problem that you had at center with Fortner was that he wasn't big enough or whatever, so they bring in Morse. At least you can live with Morse because a lot of what the center does is double teaming, and you get the help from the guards. So my answer is the same thing you've been saying for 3 years. Get a couple of offensive guards that can come off the ball and get after somebody.
I mean, I'm an idiot, okay? I admit that. I saw it 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Just draft a couple guards. It's not brain surgery, man.
And they don't have to be in the first round.
Yeah, but drafting guards isn't sexy.
Yeah,
I'm just saying this team. That's the way people look at it. Everybody says what we need at that particular, right now in the month of January, February, March. Then when April rolls around, the draft and the high, all the primetime lights on and stuff like that. They forget about us.
Let me tell you you want to know what sexy is? Sexy is it's 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1.
Oh, I agree.
And you got to get a yard, and you look at the guy, the defensive lineman, we're coming right at you, man. Stop it.
Yeah.
And you get the yard.
Yeah.
That's sexy.
By the way, only one person I know can say that, Larry Allen.
Yeah.
Rest his soul.
That's true.
He used to tell guys, it's coming right here. Nothing you can do about it.
Don't worry about it.
The train's
Don't worry
coming,
about
man.
taking play off because you're going backwards regardless if you want to or not.
But, if you really think about it, that's why we harp on it so much, man. It's more than 3rd and 1. It's also when it's 3rd and 6 and you've got to have an extra half second to throw to make a completion. You can't get a pocket push in the middle.
Right.
You can't force your quarterback to have to get off his step, off his mark. There's so many little things that the offensive line impacts, Dave, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the key to the whole thing. And what Leon also said earlier is right. They, watching them, you can zone block or come off the football, but if you watched our guys, and I don't know whether it was coaching or just them or whatever, their pass block looked exactly like the run block. The only difference is they didn't go backward. They took a step forward. There was no get off. It was position all the way. And that's why we got a lot of we couldn't when we had to, we couldn't block it.
Listen, I was talking about two of the all-time greats, Tony Wise, Art Keogh, and they told me that run blocking is like a plane taking off.
Yeah.
You start low, and then you gradually roll your hips.
Right.
Interesting, yeah.
It's facts. Low man wins.
Yep.
Leverage is everything.
Yep.
Base, attack points, all that kind of
Plus,
stuff.
you've got that explosion as you're rising.
Yes. Roll those hips.
Yep.
Yeah, move your feet.
But you look
off the
at,
ball.
you talk about physicalness. We also had this discussion earlier. This is old school here. When it got hot in training camp, where'd our offensive line go? In the building.
In the AC.
Yeah, exactly.
So some of that is, you got to be, if
Conditioning,
you're going to be
fatigue.
nasty,
Yes.
you're going to be nasty, you got to coach nasty.
Yeah.
You got to get after some people.
Not only that, Coach, they stretched inside the AC.
Yeah, I mean,
And when it got too hot, they went inside. You got to endure that because listen. What's going to happen? Okay, it's in the fourth quarter when you're down by 6 and it's 90 degrees outside. You going to go and get some refreshments, or you going to stick your butt out there and finish the
Well, I can tell you
deal.
what. I can tell you what's going to happen when the Texans come here in September. You've seen what happens, right?
Yeah, man. You listen. You've got to get your body. You've got to get your body acclimated,
Right.
to not only the physical presence of the game but the mental as well. You don't let your guys warm up in the AC.
Yeah.
Or when it's too hot, you go inside and practice. Get out of here, man. That's that soft serve ice cream cone crap.
In no world should you lose at home in the first 5 or 6, I think maybe, weeks of the season by 30-plus points to anybody.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's the 49ers. You should never lose at home by 30-plus points. If you're a team from the state of Florida and they're a team from a climate that is not anywhere near what the state of Florida is, that should never happen, right?
I agree. Absolutely. I mean, when I was at Miami, reason why we did all the training camps and the conditioning and all that kind of stuff, because we dared you from up north to come play us in September.
Yeah, that's right.
And we would play games at high noon. By the middle of the game, you wilted away.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, the game plan could be, let's just be smart and just make the game a physical fight, white-knuckle game.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's no way you're down 30 in the fourth quarter. It just doesn't happen.
It doesn't, not in the NFL for sure. I mean, if you're pushing it like that, it's going to be you're going to be in the picture at the end, you know. And so, I mean, all of that. I'm hopeful that Liam Coen, has that mentality. And again, listen, I don't like offensive coaches. I like offensive line coaches, but I think we get a little milquetoast. But to me, if he has that philosophy and he comes from a background of that, I'm looking forward to it. I think he's going to get things right. I'm hoping.
All right, we've been harping on the offensive line here for the first segment, and we're going to get into what's out there. Well, one ESPN analyst says the Jags might go wide receiver at 5 overall. So we'll talk about that, and that is clearly a direct opposite of the last 20 minutes of this diatribe for us here on XL Primetime. All right, come on back. We'll continue this discussion.
Now, 1010XL takes you inside the program director's office with Dan and Jeff.
Does either one of you have anything even remotely interesting to tell me?
Mornings
I know I've made some mistakes in the past. I'm willing to make up for that.
on 1010XL.
Hey, John, looking for the perfect family ride?
How about taking your family on a luxury ride with the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade?
That sounds amazing. If you're a loyal customer, you get $4,000 off. Or if you're new to Randy Marion, you can get a $3,000 Conquest discount.
And don't forget the 5% savings on retired courtesy transportation vehicles.
You can save over $10,000 on select 2024 Escalade.
Experience the luxury and comfort at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $899 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
A hardworking student athlete deserves recognition.
Catch the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Scholar Athlete of the Week. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234. Wednesdays on The Franchi Show.
On 1010XL.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Is your dog Team Rough or Team Fluff? It's officially Puppy Bowl season at Dogtopia Jacksonville, Beach Boulevard. They're getting MVPs, most valuable pups,
ready for the big game. Your dog deserves a tail-wagging day of fun, and Dogtopia's indoor playrooms are the perfect training ground for their game day moment. Get your dog in on all the action by visiting Dogtopia Jacksonville, Beach Boulevard, and St. John's Bluff. New to the pack? Enjoy a free day of daycare. Mention Puppy Bowl when booking to claim the offer.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, are you ready to welcome our new head coach, Leon Coen, to the bank? Join us this Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Gallagher Club West and be among the first to hear directly from Coach Coen. Enjoy a live panel with Coach Coen, appearances from Jaguars legend Tony Vaselli, The Roar, Jackson DeVille, and the D-Line. Tickets are free, but space is limited. Secure your tickets by going to jaguars.com/Coach Coen today.
Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators. And by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, Hicken here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
The Edwin Watts Golf Hour will meet you at the green.
Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping.
The Edwin Watts Golf Hour.
Grip it and rip it.
Get tips, tour notes, and the latest gear Saturday mornings at 10 on 1010XL. 1010XL is presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Some disturbing news out of Baltimore. Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has been accused of inappropriate behavior by 6 Baltimore area massage therapists, according to an investigation by the Baltimore Banner. No good.
That's no good.
No good.
Just get you a chair. There's massage chairs. I'm just saying, bro. Listen. That's just sad. That's bad to hear.
It's too bad.
Well, it's especially after the gigantic story that Deshaun Watson was.
Yeah.
Why would anyone put themselves in that position again?
This is gigantic, too. You're talking about a potential Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is big news.
As good a kicker as there's been, maybe.
Absolutely. Since Vinatieri.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. No good. No good at all. All right, we'll follow that, definitely. What I wanted to get into from we left off last segment, we were talking about the offensive line and how it's funny, we were doing the crossover with the ladies, and I was talking to them, and I said, if he had said anything, if Liam Coen had said anything about specifically a guard, would have been like borderline erotic for me. So that's how happy I am about the offensive line. That's how happy I am that he is focusing on the offensive line. Now, there's an ESPN draft analyst who says the Jaguars may target a wide receiver with their 5th overall pick, and could be Arizona wide receiver Ted McMillan, who's a fantastic player. My question to you is, if you're coming into this situation, and I think for him to make a defining statement about the offensive line and the lines of scrimmage, he sees that's the biggest weakness on this team. So if you're coming into that situation and you go at 5 and you take a wide receiver, what does that say?
Well, first of all, I think from what I know of him, and, I know some guys on the Tampa Buccaneers, 2 of the coaches coached with me, so I know them pretty well. He has that's in his DNA, is to fix the fronts.
Right.
There's no question about that. Now, my thing is, and I've been asked this before when I was in Dallas, when they were talking about Ramsey or Zeke Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
at number 5, I think,
Right.
or 5 or 6, wherever they were picked. And they asked me, which one would you take? Well, obviously, I'm a defensive guy, but I said Zeke.
Oh, you said Zeke?
Yeah, because I was brought up, you get people that can score points.
Okay.
Okay. So when you're in the top 5 or 6 or whatever, that's something that's in your mind, because you really can find good offensive linemen, especially interior guys, in the 2nd, 3rd round, if you really look at it, because guys there are guys, if they're not in the 1st round, that means their overall athletic ability may not be as good, because that's why you see all the tackles going in the 1st round.
Right.
Well, you can find maulers that you're talking about that are darn good football players. So when I look at it, I look at Cincinnati. They went without an offensive line, basically, but they had 2 receivers that you had to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Plus, if you do decide to get that guy, it opens your cap a little bit, because we might get rid of
Christian
free agent
Kirk.
receiver around here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
He's
not
the one
saying
you're
that's what
talking
they
about.
should do.
Right, but he's the one clearly that you're talking about.
Yeah. To me, I would be interested if the guy is another Higgins or Chase
Or Brian
BTJ.
Thomas Jr. Yeah.
If that's the way they're looking. And with this quarterback, the more targets he has, the better chance he has throwing the ball. So that's just my. I don't know what they're going to do, but that's my thoughts.
If he goes around, I'll be disappointed because of what he said.
Right.
Protect and affect.
Right.
That's your coin phrase.
Protect the quarterback,
Protect
affect the
and
quarterback.
affect the quarterback.
Yep.
And what have we been missing around here?
The ability to protect the quarterback and the ability to affect the quarterback.
I'm listening. My guy's Mason Graham. So, right. We have no pass rush. When coach will tell you, if you don't have any pass rush, it affects your back end as well.
Yep.
Now, we've got Trayvon and we got Josh Allen on the outsides, but we ain't got nobody inside that could affect the quarterback and push the pocket and stop the run. If you get a guy like him, and that that I've heard about him, he's a guy that you put in there 10 years later, he's still good.
Still there, right?
He's still there. Big body in the percentile, when it comes to big body men, they more than likely pan out.
Right.
They're more than likely pan out.
Is it any consolation for you, Leon, that Mr. Eric Armstead is saying that he is going to go back inside and that he heard all the talk that everybody was saying of his play this past season, and he's going to show us on the field why he got paid what he got paid just a year ago from Jacksonville?
I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
He's yawning.
I don't want to hear that. No. You don't have to. You know what? I always was told that don't talk about it, be about it. Show me on the field. You ain't got to give us this long soliloquy about what you're going to do this upcoming season. That don't matter to me. I know what I saw on the film. I know what I saw on there. It was times where I didn't even know you out there playing. You weren't making plays.
Yeah.
So listen, we've moved on past it. This guy Mason Graham, I saw him in Michigan. Me and Coach was talking about. I said, you give me Grant and Graham right now, and you put them on this team, we're going to be effective. And I'm still a proponent. He said you need big bodies to win.
Yeah, it's okay to have 3 interior guys that you can rotate.
Yes,
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing. It is legal.
Right.
It is legal.
It's legal to have more than 2 defensive ends on your roster too.
And I need to apologize. And what I need to apologize for is I wasn't thinking. I was thinking offensively. A defensive tackle that can rush the passer and play the run is more important than the interior offensive line.
Okay.
And so. They very well could go that way. I'm with Leon on that. That's a definite possibility.
Let me throw this out there, then. Okay? I'm just going to throw this out there for giggles, okay? Kelvin Banks can play guard or tackle. He's a top 10, top 12 type projected player. He's a tackle from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Big guy, big dude, 6'4", 330, big dude. Would you pick him at 5, start him at guard, and then eventually move him to tackle?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Absolutely. If that's the direction you want to go.
Yeah.
If that, there's no question.
Especially say you can get him at 8 or 9 and you move down 3 places and get another second round or something.
Now you're talking. Now you're moving. That's to me, that's a big question. That's what you have to do as a staff and see where they sit. I told you the other day, I think that Paul Boudreau, who was an offensive lineman, a line coach here, when he was with Jimmy at Miami, he told Jimmy, give me 5 offensive tackles, big offensive tackles, and I'll teach one of them to snap. So, I mean, if there's guys out there like Mailata, that dude with the Eagles, he's with the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Mailata?
Yeah.
Man, that guy is a man mountain dean. Give me a couple of those guys, too. I don't have any problem with that at all.
So, but if I had to give you, like, a guy like Kelvin Banks or Mason Graham, or the guy like you said, you were always taught, I want guys that score points.
Yep.
Of those 3, who are you taking? I shouldn't say who you taking, because that's just so typical. We always do that now. What do you think is more critical to this team's need right now of those 3?
Well, I'm for the front. I mean, I think you need to
offense or defense.
Well, I think the defensive guy, if he's as good as everybody feels he is,
he's top 5.
He's the more important guy because you can't find him. Look how many Joneses are there out there. The tackle, Chris Jones.
Not many.
How many of those guys
he
are
and
out there?
Jalen Carter, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm going with the D tackle too. I will go because I'm thinking in the second and the third round we can go guard
That's
there.
what
I want 3 big bodies. First 3 picks, I want big bodies.
Do you promise me you'll go guard?
I'm going guard, man. I'm going.
But I'm still going to go. I'm still going to say and I haven't seen McMillan. Okay, yet.
Arizona, you haven't seen him play?
I haven't seen him. Well, I probably saw him, but I'm not paying too much attention.
He'll probably be the first. I mean,
but I'll guarantee you, if he's Chase, I wouldn't be. Even though with everything we're talking on about, if he's that good, I'm taking him.
Over the lineman.
Yeah, well, I mean, because, yeah,
because it's points.
Yeah, points. Get us some.
Look
points.
at the smile on your face when you start mentioning points.
I didn't
man.
have any in Dallas. That's the problem. I had those big linemen, but I didn't have any scorers.
All right. Well, we need to go to break. It's XL Primetime here. We're going to get back into these scenarios as well as the national perception of Liam Coen. How he's just taken some significant body blows nationally just from that one screw up of the Duval.
Yeah.
We'll get into that more on the other side.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle. It's the time of year all our customers love. At Garber Auto Mall, every 2024 must go. Take advantage of thousands in discounts on all new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle. Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Mia here for MyBookie. Our listeners have been killing it, and we're now set for the final stretch of the road to New Orleans. MyBookie is the one book that has your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does your other sports book pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we have you covered too. Step 1, use our promo code 1010XL. That'll double your bankroll with a 50% deposit bonus straight from the jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The big game prop bets are going to be plentiful. Take a hard look at player props and those wacky big game props you select each year from MyBookie. Stack that with MyBookie's risk-free Thursdays. Why wait? That's right there, a new risk-free odds boost each and every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds your money. Sign up now and get your 50% bonus with MyBookie, the best sign-up bonus for Florida bettors. The road to New Orleans is here for the big game. Bet anything, anytime, and from anywhere with MyBookie. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. Are you struggling to sell your home? How long has it been sitting on the market? Are you tired of being tired of trying to sell your home? Go to The Guarantee. ChadandSandy.com. I've been telling you about Chad and Sandy literally for years now. And here's the Chad and Sandy guarantee. You want a guarantee? Your home sold, guaranteed, or they will buy it. That's right. The agreed upon asking price, the agreed upon deadline, sold by that, or they buy it. How much more of a promise do you need? The only local real estate experts I trust and recommend with the sale of your home. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. And again, guarantee your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Pete in Lakeshore said, I was in a pickle. I needed cash out on a rental property fast, and I was struggling to rent. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio and called. I had an offer for full asking price within days. These guys made it easy and delivered big-time results. It's what they do. Call Chad and Sandy today, 414-6200, or chadandsandy.com.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text CORE to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text CORE to 200-300 right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text CORE to 200-300. That's CORE to 200-300. CORE to 200-300.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Tailgate special alert. 3 pounds of marinated chicken, 2 pounds of marinated steak tips, 2 pounds of fresh ground beef, and 2 pounds of homemade sausage for only $80 to feed your crew.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
You like that? I got like a little
Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. That's right up my alley. They asked me today on a TV deal that I'm on, what's your favorite movie of all time? American Graffiti. That shows you how old I am.
Is he still touring?
Yes,
Is
absolutely.
he really?
I think they lip sync. I think he lip syncs some of his songs.
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't matter. He's got to be like, what, 80?
Oh, he's almost 90.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's 88 or something. 88.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good, man. All right, we're back here in XL Primetime. I'm Matt Hayes. He's Leon Searcy. We're with our coach, Dave Campo. Joe C. on assignment. By the way, real quick about Ted McMillan. And we were talking about this in the break, and I want to get into something else, but I want to go with this real quick. He might be. I know there are other guys that are projected first-rounders, like Luther Burden III is a projected first-rounder. Amika Ibuka is a projected first-rounder. Those guys, I think they're good players. They're not BTJ level. They're not Chase level, Jefferson level. They're not guys that are going to be game changers. He might be the only game-changer type receiver in the draft. So if you know that going in that he's the only game changer type receiver, does that affect
it affects
what you do?
Yes. Yeah, it does, for sure.
Yeah, you can't pass on him.
I said this off air with Leon.
Really?
Can't pass on. If you telling me he's in the same, not in the same.
No, I'm not saying he's in the same role as Chase or Jefferson.
No,
or even BTJ.
No, he's not at the table. But if he's in the room, with those guys that you just mentioned, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah. Why you pass on?
Fall in that trap. You know that, right?
I know it is. It's called. Yeah. It's
The only thing about
wait till he gets to the combine eyes. So it's gonna be all over then.
The only,
you know what it is? You go to the Chevy dealer. You go to Beaver Chevy. And you go there, and in your head, you want that truck. You are getting that truck because it does everything for you and everything you need, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're getting the truck. You get in there, and all of a sudden you see that Corvette, man.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm taking the Corvette.
And all of a sudden that thing drives by you a little bit. That bling drives by you.
Hey, man.
And you hear that boom.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
That's me, bro.
Right.
Listen.
You can't get distracted like that, man.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why not. Because look at the offensive line the last 3 years. That's why not.
Listen, I'm not saying not to take off. I'm saying that if you got a number one receiver and you go get another number one receiver, we can in free agency we can get guards.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Listen,
we are 3 months away. He's already making excuses for the guards already.
No, I'm saying we want to get guards.
We can get into free agency. Well, you got what left guard from free agency? Well, not free agency, trade, but essentially the same thing. What happened?
Well, listen, I'm getting a guard from the Eagles. How about that? Mekhi Becton. Why not?
I'm all right with that. I'm all right with.
Okay, listen, to back up a little bit, I think I'm right here. The two biggest mistakes in the drafts,
right,
over the years, has been first-round quarterbacks and receivers.
Oh yeah, you are 100%
so you
right.
have, in other
100%
words,
right.
Percentage-wise, your question.
Yeah, percentage-wise, yes.
So
the biggest risk are quarterback and receiver.
That kind of locks you up a little bit on that situation. But if in your eyes he's special, you don't turn down special. And I go back to Deion Sanders. I didn't know about him till he got with me, and then I was the happiest guy in the world because he was special. Now he may not be special, so that may temper it.
You can't teach big bag nasty. You can't. You just can't. Am I wrong?
No. Can you teach speed?
No.
Yeah, no.
No, but without big bad nasty, guess what?
Let me ask you.
Speed's not going anywhere.
Let me just ask you this. Let me ask you this. You watch a lot of film, don't you?
Yeah.
You watch a lot of games.
Yeah.
All over the league, you see guys making catches that you cannot believe.
Phenomenal catches.
Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You don't see any of those here.
No.
Even BTJ has Thomas.
Brian Thomas.
BJ,
right.
whatever it is. BJT, whatever it is.
BTJ. You're doing the same thing I used to do.
Whatever. Yeah. He doesn't make those fantastic catches yet. He might.
He's made a couple. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just talking about out of sight catches.
Right.
So, again, if he makes unbelievable catches, that makes him special.
Well, let me ask you this, Coach, and I mean for all of you guys at this point, we're completely out on trying to get a corner. Like if Will Howard's there, or let's just say in a parallel universe, Travis Hunter's there at 5, and you want to play him at a cornerback opposite Tyson Campbell, where it's more, we're going one of two ways. Either we're going to go receiver or we're going offensive line.
I said this earlier off the air. In the top 5 picks, if you got them ranked, you take the best one available at that pick in the top 5. Because they're there for a reason. There's a reason you're in the top 5.
Right.
Most of the time, you got some pretty good players in the top 5. If they're all even, then you take the one that fits
whoever falls you, wherever fits.
Yeah, well, the one that fits your deal. Okay? If Hunter's there, I'm taking him.
Okay, and then this is going to move to, and I want to go into another subject. We're going to stay on this now. So you say if Hunter's there, you're going to take him.
He's special.
Okay, wait, hang on. Where are you playing him?
I'm playing him on defense first, and I'm going to have a role for him on offense, just like we did with Deion Sanders. And that's why I'm taking him.
Interesting. So
that's why I'm taking him.
So like 6 to 8 plays on offense.
That's it. And they're all down the field, running by people.
None of this over the middle stuff or drag stuff.
No.
See, that's what I said yesterday.
That's Mike
if you're going to do
Corbin,
that, right?
Alvin Harper.
Right.
This is Hunter.
I said that. Yeah, I said that. Yes, like you can't. I understand what people want to do. You play them on defense, give them the 8 to 10 plays, but you cannot stick him in slot and say, all right, we're going to run 4 verticals and we're going to run you drag and you catch the ball and go because he'll get killed by somebody.
No, you don't want to do that
Right.
with him. He's a corner. Now, in answer to, on the corner position, if there's a corner there that is special, if it's Deion Sanders,
yeah, but I don't think Will
way.
Johnson's Deion Sanders.
No, that's what I'm saying. You have to look at it based on where does he rank in comparison to the tackle, to the defensive tackle, whoever it is.
I'll tell you
If
what
it's not
Deion
a
thinks
quarterback-
Travis Hunter's Deion Sanders. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, he's pretty darn close to it. If not, hey, the guy is special. He's special. I don't know if he's Deion Sanders, but he is special.
Not only that, he's also, by the way, academic All-American, doesn't get in trouble. Like, he's the guy you want in that locker room, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
he
the
is
dude you
all
want.
ball.
Yeah.
Even though he's an academic All-American, he's all ball.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's
how you're supposed to do it. That should be announced more. The kid's an academic All-American.
Yeah,
you know.
He's 4-0, man. He's literally 4-0.
So, I mean, you know right now, and what's great about him is that money won't change him.
Yeah.
Because
he's got it.
Because he's got it
already.
He's got it. Because if it had opportunity to change him, it would have affected him while he was at Colorado.
Correct.
Making that kind of money.
got it.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
That's right.
That's refreshing.
That's
to
what you're
see.
looking for.
That's refreshing
Guys
to
that
see.
have got
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's it.
one thing that might affect him, though. He's his girl, man.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, she'll go along with it.
Prenup. That's it.
She'll go along
just tell it
with
from
it.
experience.
So as we recap here, because I wanted to get into
We went all the way.
I wanted to get into Liam Coen and how he's getting
guard all the way to quarterback.
How he's getting crushed from the national media, but now we're back on the Beaver Chevrolet lot, and I keep saying Silverado, and you guys keep saying Corvette. and I think that's the dilemma every team deals with, and it starts with free agency, where we get this dude here in free agency, then we've got this chance in the draft, and if we can't get this free agency, then we got to do this in the draft. But that's the dilemma you face. You can say that, like Dave. It's the old Mike Tyson thing. Everybody has a plan, they get punched in the face. Everybody's got a draft plan till you're on the clock, and the two guys you thought were going to be there are not there, and then what do?
And that's when Liam Coen, bless his heart, because
that's where he's got to step in,
because
right?
But I'm going to say I want him to be great. I want him to be I'm not going to be here, but I want him here for 10, 20 years, whatever it is.
Right.
Okay. But when he walked in that office at 8:30 in the morning after he signed his contract, he's no longer offensive coordinator. He's a head coach. He's making those decisions that you're talking about.
He's head coach and head
That's
decision
the
maker.
difference between being a coordinator and being a head coach. You don't know what you're getting into till you get into it and then go from there.
But you know what I mean, right, Leon?
Yes,
I mean, at that point, you got a dilemma, and it's you got 15 minutes to make that decision. So a decision you guys have been talking about for 4 months.
Yeah, it's not an exact science.
No.
In the first round, bro, you might as well take a quarter and flip it. But
because they're all.
It can be good or bad.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
But they're all worth it.
The first
they're
round
all
pick,
worth the pick.
you're worthy of the pick. But if he's going to excel, whoever you draft is going to excel, man, that's 50-50.
Yeah, because you got to look at, I would say, to be honest with you, I always say there's about 17, 18, maybe really legitimate.
Right, and then the rest
first round picks, and then the rest that you could lump it
17 through 40.
15 of them.
Yeah.
20 of them.
Yeah.
But if you look around the league, I'll guarantee you in the first 10 picks, 90% of the guys have the same 10 guys.
Right.
Those are easy.
Right.
Now, they always we got one, the corner from Florida.
I was just going to say, there's always the outlier team that decides to take Chris Henderson.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Exactly. That's it right there. So.
All right. All right. I promise you we're going to get into Liam Coen and how he's getting just destroyed social media outside by the national media. Quick first hour, had a lot of fun. Are you staying? Second hour?
I'm out.
You're out.
Second
All right.
out, yeah.
Thanks to have you. Appreciate you having here, brother.
You got it.
Appreciate your analysis.
Leon,
always good.
Yeah, Coach.
All right, it's XL Primetime. We'll come back on the other side and get deep into Liam Coen and more about where you go in that first round.
1010XL is your home for NBA play-by-play.
Follow Ben Caro and the Orlando Magic head to Portland for a duel against Shaedon Sharpe and the Blazers. Tonight at 9:30 on 1010 a.m.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. The big game's here, and it's now or never. Time to play and win with Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 10 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. And now it's big game free pick time. And listen to this. If Pat Mahomes throws for 1 yard, you win 1 square. Think about this. Will Saquon Barkley rush for more than 112.5 yards? Will Jalen Hurts throw for more than 215.5 yards? Will Travis Kelce have more than 62.5 receiving yards? It's just that simple. And now Prize Picks is giving you a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. That's right, 1,000 times just for playing. But here's the best part. Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy. That means your lineups stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code JAX and get $50 instantly when you play 5. It's all there at Prize Picks. Run your game.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Value or flavor? Price or taste? Why choose when you can get both with everyday deals at Sonny's? Right now, you can get the pork big deal for $10, the pork and rib combo for $12, and all-you-can-eat ribs for just $19.99. Yep, you heard right. All your favorites are now available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
DUI, BUI, don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 2854-LAW. That's 2854-LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
It's kind of like his own private locker, and you're his guest.
Every time we talk, I'm reinvigorated by my love of the game.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Hayes Blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Instead of wasting money on resolutions you won't keep, why not invest in something that lasts? Like fixing that dripping faucet, clearing that clogged drain, or finally tuning up your AC. Call Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. We'll help you keep your home in shape this year. It's the one resolution you won't regret breaking. Call 904-862-6769 to schedule service today. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends. Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
The Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, the American ELO. A concert celebration featuring the music of Electric Light Orchestra. It's February 5th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at fscjartistseries.org.
I'm Max Fink here with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Exciting news for Jaguars fans as head coach Liam Coen will be speaking at a free fan event at Everbank Stadium tonight, January 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. The festivities will feature a live panel discussion with Coach Coen, with appearances from Tony Buselli, the Drumline, and Jackson DeVille. Fans can also enjoy 40% off concessions and 25% off Fanatics merchandise at the Gallagher Club West Pro Shop. The event is free and open to the general public, but tickets must be claimed for entrance. To claim tickets, visit jaguars.com/Coach Coen. So come on, Duval, give your new head coach and his family a warm welcome and enjoy a chance to spend some off-season time at the bank and get pumped up for the 2025 season. It's 70 degrees at 3:03. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, hour number 2 here on XLP. Matt Hayes, the All-Pro offensive tackle, Leon Searcy. I want to thank Dave Campo again for coming and spending the first hour with us. We'll have Dave again tomorrow. Be a lot of fun with Coach. Always love when he's here. I want to make something clear before we move forward. The allegations against Justin Tucker, the Ravens kicker, are from 2012 to 2016. It's some disturbing stuff that doesn't need to be read over the air. His attorney denies the allegations of, quote, inappropriate behavior and labeled them as, quote, impossible to prove. You never like hearing your attorney say that allegations are impossible to prove, do you?
No, you don't like. No,
I'm not laughing at the situation. It's just that's an odd statement for an attorney to make, that something's impossible to prove.
Yeah,
just deny it. Didn't happen. Denied.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Yeah. All right. So we've hit a number of things in the first hour. Least of which the last segment that we're talking about, what do you do at 5, especially with so much available. You guys are all over the text line about this. Brought to you by our good friends at Lifetime Enclosures, 904-641-1010. There's all kind of stuff on here, Leon. All kind of stuff. We got guys talking about you got to take Travis Hunter. If he's there, you got to take him. You know, maybe not Mason Graham. You go somewhere else, you can always get Deion Walker from Kentucky maybe in the second round or trade back into the first. A lot of stuff. One guy here, the 554, says McMillan looks slow off the line. He's a long strider is what he is, which makes him look kind of slow off the line.
Who you talking? The wide receiver?
Yeah,
he's a long
Arizona.
strider
from Arizona. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Other guys are saying you got to be kidding me. Take Travis Hunter if he's there. I don't think he's going to be there, but I would agree with you if he's there. And I've said this from the day he announced he was leaving. We were kind of like, all right, you can have the idea of what you want, but he's the legit Corvette going by you at at Beaver Chevy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's the legit. Like, that's pretty difficult to say no to.
He's special. If there's an opportunity where he falls, it could happen. A lot of things happen in the draft. A lot of guys that you expect to go certain places in certain rounds, they slip and fall because you got so much. You got so much more that you got the combine, you got the interviews, you got the pro day, all that kind of stuff. You know, guys peak and valley. You know, highs and lows. You know, you got to ride but I think he's going to be consistent. I think Travis Hunter is going to be he's going to be a top 3 guy. So if he falls to 5 for us, that means we're just fortunate. We're fortunate because they've got him projected top 3.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, they've got him projected in between Shador and Cam Ward.
Yeah, it's like 1, 2, or 3. Right?
Yeah, 1, 2, or 3.
Even
Yeah.
Some people even say 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
He drops to 5. That's that's the good Lord shining down on the Jaguars. I can tell you that. All right, I want to get into Liam Coen and the narrative out there because of one thing, because he because he didn't say Duval like he should say it.
Mm-hmm.
Duval. Nerd alert. Yeah. Instead of saying it how Leon, give us a Duval. This is how it should be said.
Duval.
Man, that's some
Duval.
That's some baritone right there, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's how you do it.
From the diaphragm, baby.
All right. So the problem is the little Duval that Liam said. It's now like wildfire now on social media, and national shows have picked it up, and the Pat McAfee show, which is as big a presence in media right now as anything in sports media, maybe the biggest presence in sports media. They did a little segment on it yesterday and just absolutely crushed him. Hit it real quick.
Go down to the Jacksonville Jaguars. What county are they in?
Duval.
One more time.
Duval.
Liam Coen, obviously the new head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are in the county of
Duval.
Whenever you see this, it's tough. And it's hard not to say, this guy's got no chance to win. There's no way anybody's going to take him seriously. It's hard to not say, this guy looks like he's going to suck as a head coach, especially whenever you watch the way he's handling himself in these press conferences. But players at Tampa loved him. LA liked him enough to bring him back twice. Let's reserve judgment on this guy until we see what his teams look like. But boy, it's hard anytime we see the video of him saying Duval. But I think we need to just reserve our judgment just for a little bit to see what he's able to do down there.
So I'm going to go ahead and just say this guy is going to suck.
That's
Yeah, man. Listen, let me tell you this. I mean, I'm sick and tired of being the punching bag for all these pundits. All right, these national pundits that says stuff about Jacksonville. And listen, the team's play doesn't help my stance at all. All right, the team.
It's also partly that, Leon. The team has been so bad.
It's been so bad. But see, I live in Jackson. I mean, my thing is this. I always reflect back when I tell people when they say, "Leon, you used to play for the Jaguars." Yeah, when they were good. I always reference that. Because this stuff wasn't happening when I was playing. You know, we put Jacksonville on the map. You knew if you played Jacksonville back when I was playing that you were in for a fist fight.
Right.
And so I don't have any ammunition. I don't have any ammunition for these. I don't have any ammunition when people say stuff about Jacksonville now because I ain't got no backup. I got 4-13. That's my backup.
You got no backup.
I got no backup. I'm in a dark alley with 4-13 in my back.
You're the one top. You're not the fourth top.
Exactly.
You're literally the one top.
Listen, I went solo. That's what's frustrating about that, man. When you hear all this noise, all this narrative about Jacksonville, you know, it bothers me. It really does. It irks me when I hear it.
So I also think it's very easy to say the guy's never been head coach, so it's very easy to pick apart his first press conference as a head coach. You know, you got to, quote, unquote, win the press conference, whatever that means. I'd rather just win games. How about that? It's very easy to pick apart a press conference. It's very easy to pick apart that's number one. It's very easy to pick apart a press conference where it's a guy who's never been a head coach before. That's number two.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very easy to pick apart a press conference of a guy who's never done it before as a head coach, who's never been a head coach, and is walking into this mess, this historical mess. This isn't just, they lost 5 of the last 17 games they won 5 of their last 22 games. It's just this little 2-year run, that's all. No, this is a 3-decade run for the most part. Yeah. So it's very easy, I think, for people to glom on to that idea of, here we go. I see
There's 2-15 in his future, and you're seeing that everywhere. And it's not just Pat McAfee. It's all the pundits out there saying, look, he doesn't know what's going on there, doesn't know the history and the culture there. How does he expect to go in there and win? So my question to you now, Leon, players love social media, man. They love their phones. They love to go on Instagram. They love to go on TikTok. They do it. They're just like everybody else in the world. They see this stuff. They see their coach just getting annihilated on social media, on every media platform. They're making jokes on it on ESPN. They're making jokes on Fox about it, Fox Sports. As a player, you see that. Does that give you a little oomph in your shorts?
Yeah, but what can you do in the off season? I mean, you're not going to. How do you can't address it on social media? The only way you can address it is by winning football games.
Right, but in the off season, what's when you say it all the time. The off season is when the games are won, man.
That's true. That's true.
Does that make you work a little harder?
Yeah,
Does that make you push a little harder?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, seeing your coach attacked on social media nationwide, it should have some kind of profound effect upon, especially this is your guy, this is your head coach or whatever.
He is now. He's your ride and die right now.
He's your ride and die, right? Absolutely. You riding shotgun rhythm. Right now you got no choice. This is the dude you pick. All right. And you don't have a choice when you ride shotgun with you, but now he in the car. You got to ride with him. You got to make sure he's good. But there's only I'm not going. Me personally, I'm not going on social media and combating people about my coach and stuff like that. Only way you can do that is, man, by showing up and showing out this season. Show up and show out. These days of losing 17 of your last 22 games it should be done. And I just want to see who's going to show up and show out. I mean, because a lot of guys talk a good game, man, but they talk about it, but they're not being about it. That's 80%, probably about 75% of the guys on this team. They talk a good game, but when we see them on Sunday, I mean, they don't look like nothing they talk about.
So you say this all the time, and I think in a way this kind of runs parallel to what we're seeing right here with how one little Duval can grow a life of its own. And you talk about this all the time. You say these guys don't know what it's like here. They don't know. Number one, they don't know the culture of the city, the football culture of the city, the passion of the city. They don't understand the fan base. And when they lose, it's not important to them when they lose. Like when this team loses, the fan base is like distraught. I mean, I say this all the time. Well, I listen Monday mornings. I get up early to listen Monday mornings to listen to Prost. And I love Prost. Prost is a fan. He loves the Jags. When they lose, man, he is hurting. Yeah. And I think if more players had that in their DNA, I think that's how you change that culture.
Well, I mean, listen, they don't win enough to show their faces out enough. I mean, we won enough here in Jacksonville where we knew our fan base because we hung at some of the places where our fan base hung. And when we won, it was a celebration. When we lost, we felt their pain. They would come up to us and tell us it was a tough loss, that kind of stuff. So we won enough games to be out and about in the community, at the clubs, at the little watering holes and all that kind of stuff. We won enough games to where we celebrated with our fans and understood what it meant to be in Duval County. Now, this team don't win enough to be about. They ain't showing their faces not around this fan, these fans, because they've seen enough of it. They've seen enough of the losing. They don't win enough to go out, win some games, and be a part of the people.
But at what point does that pain of losing, like again, you say this all the time. It's these guys. Losing doesn't affect them. Losing is not. It's just all right. I'll still pick up my check on Tuesday. It's no big deal. We'll try it again next week.
Yeah, it doesn't affect them as much. I mean, because at some particular point, you got to draw a line in the sand and say enough is enough. I mean, listen, they had this opportunity 2 years ago when they were 8-3. I told you right then and there when they lost all those games. I said there's no leadership in that locker room for them to crumble the way they crumbled from the number one seed out of the playoffs. There wasn't enough leadership in the locker. There's no way I could have been on that team and the guys that I played with on that team, and we lost out the way they lost out. No way. It wouldn't have happened. We would have found a way to win a freaking game. And not against the Carolina Panthers either.
Well, the Titans.
I don't even give them that game.
The Titans were like
Exactly. The Titans who were ready to pack it in, had the U-Hauls ready to go home to Cancun.
It's another scar, picking the scar, man. But it's I think it needs to be said because I think like I said, it runs parallel to Liam Coen and whatever you want to call a mistake, whatever at the press conference is. It's very easy for people to glom onto that because when you're the team that frankly sucks in the NFL, and that has sucked for a long time, it's very easy to say, 3-14 incoming. You know, then you're the butt of the joke. Then you're the joke in the NFL again.
I mean, when will this team get tired of being the puncher bag? That's it. You're the puncher bag. You're the puncher bag for all the nationwide pundits about Jacksonville, the city, the people, the fans, whatever, the team. You're a puncher bag.
Team's forever going to be on the highlight, too, thanks to Saquon.
Yeah. Saquon's got a meme on us. I mean, come on, man. I'm sick of that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at what point does that stuff start to affect players?
Bro, if it had affected them, we wouldn't be in this position right here, right now. We wouldn't be. We wouldn't be in the position where we're hiring another head coach.
But is that let me ask you this. Is that part and parcel of players, and this is kind of your get off my porch moment, but is that part and parcel of the players in this day and age where they realize it's more about their brand, it's more about the me than the we? And that no matter what, they're still getting paid, and if it doesn't work here, I'll go to another place.
No, I believe that. Yeah, that's the social media may implicate the fact that they players about their brand. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care how much money you make. If you losing, it sucks. Can't no money substitute for that. Trust me. As much as you say, these players losing ball games. And the perception of your team, believe it or not, that players care enough, but maybe they don't.
Okay, so you saying that I'll buy that. I'm going to
saying that from me.
Right. So I'm going to bite. Okay, I'm biting on that. All right. So if that's the case, and I'm saying okay, it is the case, then how over the last 22 games do you just go out and just put out stinker after stinker after stinker? How do you lose one possession game after one possession game after one possession game? And that, to your point, is, and none of us are in the locker room because we don't know what happened in that locker room.
It's not enough applied pressure from the players. It's not. It can't be. It's not. There's not enough applied pressure from the players about winning. It can't be because
self-applied.
Self-implied and opponent applied. I used to be in the locker room with when I was with the Steelers, and we would lose a game, and it was clear that the offense struggled in that game, whatever. And our defense would give us the business. I mean, to the point where we're going to fight in the locker room. But they were telling the truth. They held up their own. We didn't come through. We lost the game. And then the defense would come in and call us out. Right. And we didn't like it, but we knew it, and we wanted to fight. But you know what you do? You next week you got another opportunity to be better, and then next week we go out there. We're not gonna have back-to-back poor performances. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. No. But that's how you. That's leadership. That's how you win football games. You got to have applied pressures by players on the team, even if your teammate. Listen, nothing cuts you deeper than when your teammate tell you ain't playing well.
Right.
Nothing cuts you deep.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what Liam Coen said in that press conference, if you get by the whole Duval thing, he was very adamant about that, about the idea of there's responsibility and accountability, and I like that. I like that a lot. Like, I want to hear that, and I've been saying that for 2 or 3 years. All we've been hearing about is ice cream and, feelings. I want to hear about responsibility and accountability, and that's, look, you're paying them a lot of money to play a game and to do a job, so they got to be accountable for that. All right, we need to go to break. We'll get a little more into that. We got a lot more to get into over the next couple segments. Come on back. It's XL Primetime.
Duval. Where Jaguars fans find common ground. Duval! 1010XL. 10XL. 10XL.
Hey, John, looking for the perfect family ride?
How about taking your family on a luxury ride with the all-new 2024 Cadillac Escalade?
That sounds amazing. If you're a loyal customer, you get $4,000 off. Or if you're new to Randy Marion, you can get a $3,000 Conquest discount. discount.
And don't forget the 5% savings on retired courtesy transportation vehicles.
You can save over $10,000 on select 2024 Escalades.
Experience the luxury and comfort at Randy Marion Cadillac.
Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Plus tax tag title $8.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Homeowners, listen up. It's time to start fresh in 2025. Prosser here, and Loan Pronto is here to help take control of your finances in 2025 by lowering your house payments and consolidating that nagging debt. Did you know that 9 out of 10 borrowers get a better deal by calling Loan Pronto? Right now, Loan Pronto has some of the most competitive offers for refis, debt consolidation, and purchase loans, starting in the low 5s APR. If your current rate is over 6%, don't settle for paying too much. Even if you're in process with another lender, call Loan Pronto now. Lock in at a lower rate today and close in as little as 2 weeks, often with no appraisal. You can even skip your next 2 house payments. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Get your personalized Loan Pronto rate quote instantly with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees. Call now, 904-999-1508, or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Is your dog team rough or team fluff? It's officially Puppy Bowl season at Dogtopia Jacksonville, Beach Boulevard. They're getting MVPs, most valuable pups, ready for the big game. Your dog deserves a tail-wagging day of fun, and Dogtopia's indoor playrooms are the perfect training ground for their game day moment. Get your dog in on all the action by visiting Dogtopia Jacksonville, Beach Boulevard, and St. John's Bluff. New to the pack? Enjoy a free day of daycare. Mention Puppy Bowl when booking to claim the offer.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a walk-in closet that's not only beautiful, but incredibly functional for me and Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com and take advantage of their 40% off New Year savings this month only, including 18-month special financing. Closets by Design.
Hey, sports fans, it's Hayes Carlyon for MyBookie. Our listeners have been killing it, and now we're set for the final stretch on the road to New Orleans. MyBookie is the one book that's got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does your other sports book pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back, and if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Step up, use our promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 50% deposit bonus right from the jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The big game prop bets are going to be plentiful, so take a hard look at player props and the wacky big game props you see each year from MyBookie. Stack that with MyBookie's risk-free Thursdays, so why wait? There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. Sign up now and get your 50% bonus with MyBookie, the best sign-up bonus for Florida bettors. The road to New Orleans is here for the big game. Bet anything, anytime, from anywhere with MyBookie.
Denny Thompson here. Tyson Sound and Security has a huge prize sweepstakes now through the big game. I'm talking a 75-inch loaded Samsung TV with 3D surround sound, a sound bar with wireless subwoofer, and installation is included. Stop by the new showroom, check out the setup, and drop your name in the box for your chance to win the $2,500 prize now through February 9th. Tyson Sound and Security now at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
Mia here. When it comes to roofing, whether it be shingles, metal, or most repairs, there is one name that has protected your home since 1999. Pro-Jax Roofing. Serving all of Northeast Florida, Mike and his guys have been repairing and replacing roofs for 25 years. Need insurance help? Mike's team can help. Raised in a military family, Mike provides great attention to detail with unparalleled quality and workmanship. They also have warranties, so you can have peace of mind. Call Mike today for a free estimate or online at projaxroofingfl.com.
When it comes to towing products, your safety on the road is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Whether it's a heavy-duty tow hitch, trailer frame, wiring, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com to explore a range of products and schedule your installation. Cannons of Jacksonville, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, we're back on XLP. It's a Thursday edition. About a half hour to go before the Frangie show takes over. Bring Frangie Hayes Carline. JJ's in Costa Rica right now on vacation.
I'm jealous.
RJ's filling in. Josie's on assignment. We got the all-pro tackler. Leon, everybody on the text line loves when you start talking about what it was like when you're in that locker room and what it takes to be a player, that it's not just going out there and, you know, playing a game. It's much more than that. Everybody just loves. We got 742 says, I don't want to hear about accountability. I want to see it too. When I say I want to see it, we don't see what goes on in the locker room or on the practice field, etc. I want to see the coaches do something when these players make mistakes. Even if it's one play, take the player out who's made a mistake. We have too many mental mistakes defensively and offensively. Nothing motivates me more than the bench. Or I should say nothing motivates players better than the bench. That was my only really problem with Doug. A player just never seemed to lose his spot. We talked about that all the time, that there was never any calling out players, and you and Joe were like, well, you can't call out players. But there are other ways to deal with that, are there not?
Yeah, I mean, even TC didn't call out players. TC would call out groups.
Well, he called you out. He called other players out face to face, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, he did that all the time on the sideline. Yeah, I mean.
Tell that famous story when you were coming off the sideline.
Oh, you want? Me and TC have made amends. You want me to bring up old stories? Well, I can tell you the story. We were playing the Denver Broncos in the playoffs, not the first one. The second year,
right? The
second year when they blew us out. So I had to weigh in. All right. So my playing weight was 310. So I weighed in at 313. So I was 3 pounds overweight. So I didn't think nothing about it. And we go into the game, and we're already down by 20-something. It's in the fourth quarter.
It was their revenge game.
Yeah, it was their revenge game. We were already down by 20. It was the fourth quarter. I'm going up against Neil Smith, and I'm handling him the whole game, right? So at this one particular play, he got around me. He did a little funky move on me. He got around me. He didn't get the sack, but he pressured Brunell. He had to roll to the left, throw the ball away. So I'm upset. I'm already mad because I gave up a pressure.
Right.
So I'm coming off the field, and TC says, I guess those 3 pounds is why you gave up that pressure. And I walked away, and then I paused, and I said, what did he say to me? And I came back there, and I said, Coach, what did you say to me? 3 pounds gave up that pressure. I said, Coach, I said some explicit words.
Right.
I said, Coach, that's some BS. I said, that's some BS, Coach. I'm mad because we're losing the game, and then you going to come at me with that? I was mad. So I sat on the bench, and I told the fellas what he said, and I was still mad. I wanted the piece of TC. I ain't going to lie. He probably to this day don't even know that I wanted a piece of him. but I'm just saying, that's applied pressure. We're already losing the game, and then he found a way to poke the bear even more. So what I'm saying is,
but it's also one play.
Yeah, it was one play.
One play.
Yeah.
One mistake that you made.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it's not even really a mistake. It's the other guy just beat you.
Yeah.
So one play, and you felt terrible about it.
I did, absolutely.
Right. Do you think these guys now, one play, feel terrible about it?
I don't know. I don't want to sound like the grumpy man on the grass telling him to get off my lawn. I don't want to be that
right,
guy.
But you are our conduit to that. You are the one connection we have.
You would hope that that they would take it personal. That it means something to not get beat. But I don't see enough of it. I'm sure guys get mad. They give up deep balls or if they miss a sack or they give up a pressure. I'm sure they get upset. But Don't see enough of it. I mean, what I would like to do is see more execution, flawless execution. Didn't worry about, the mistakes they made. I like to see a lot more of that, flawless execution, to where they're not making mistakes. They're not jumping off sides. They're not doing those silly penalties, which I'm sure we led the league.
He spoke about that, though. He didn't really directly say that, but you could tell by the way he was talking where he said, we're going to put you in position. We're going to do X, Y, and Z to get you where you need to be. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be no gray area of what needs to be done. So in other words, here's what you do. If you do it, we will have success. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
There's nothing wrong with hard coaching.
No, it isn't. And if the great ones want to be coached hard. I mean, I'm not saying there's any great ones on this team, but I'm just saying.
I think number 7 might have a chance to be great.
Yeah, opportunity. Yeah. But I'm just saying the great ones want to be coached, and the great ones are the hardest workers on your team. Right. I can't.
If they had like 53 Evan Ingrams, they'd be in good shape.
Yeah,
that dude works.
Well, that's what the Steelers. Rod Wilson was the hardest worker on the team. No matter when we finished practice, he was always back out there doing backpedaling, sprinting, and all that. I said, what's this man doing? This man is superhuman. He will always be doing something extra. The great ones do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Irvin, University of Miami, after practice, ran gases. He's out there running routes till he throws up.
You know what's funny is everybody talks about him. Not just Cowboys players or Canes players. Everybody talks about Michael Irvin and his legendary practice habits.
Bro, Michael Irvin, listen, he scared me my freshman. I ain't been lying. We in training camp. We out there in practice one. When he come in the locker room, he said, freshman, y'all dropping too many balls in practice. Drop another ball and see what happens. No, you get leaped on, bro. I'm telling you. He was telling guys that you dropping too many balls in practice. He said, listen, he counting balls, too. He counting how many balls you're dropping as a wide receiver. He said, drop another ball. We're going to leap on y'all. I mean, I was terrified. I was terrified for our freshman wide receivers because they were going to get stomped out if they dropped too many balls. I'm telling you.
Your head kind of went up and went, oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, let's take a quick exit real quick because I want to talk about the ACC. ESPN's agreed to pick up the option on its media rights agreement with the ACC through 2036. Okay, essentially what that means is the ACC gets stability. They get that money continuing to come in, about low 40 million per team every year. But it also means if Florida State's not going anywhere, Clemson's not going anywhere, North Carolina's not going anywhere, the ACC is not breaking up. It's just not happening. In fact, they'll probably settle with Florida State and Clemson. And if you read what I wrote in December at USA Today, Michael Alford, the FSU AD, said we never wanted to leave the ACC. I don't know where anybody got that from. We never wanted to leave the ACC, which, of course, is ridiculous because they've been in court trying to get out of the ACC. Mm-hmm. But the point is, Florida State's not going anywhere. They're not going to the Big Ten. They were never going to the Big Ten. It was a monumental miscalculation by all involved. And the earliest they could, the Big Ten's media rights deal is up in 2030. But that still leaves Florida State to deal with 6 years of media rights to the ACC, still leaves them to deal with a fee to leave the ACC. And most important of all, they have to have the ability to get to the Big Ten. The Big Ten has to want them. And the Big Ten doesn't want them right now. Absolutely doesn't want them. So that's the problem right there with that. So we'll see what the ACC does if they work with a little capital group and try and borrow money to, put in more of a bonus system. They already have a bonus system in place for teams that win the conference championship, that get to a college football playoff. We'll see if they can do more to sweeten the pot for Florida State and Clemson and North Carolina and Miami. But this whole idea of the ACC imploding and, we're headed toward 2 mega conferences, it's over. It's over. The Big 12's got a 16-team league. They're healthy. The ACC is where they are. We're not going anywhere. This is what it is, at least until 2030 and maybe a little longer than that. So are you okay with that, being a Cane fan?
Yeah, they got 6 more years of us stomping them in the mud, too.
All right, we need to go to a break. We'll come back and wrap this thing up. It's XL Primetime.
This is Richard Miller with your Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles update. Absolute Football has gained more steam over the last few years due to its chances of Panini card hits. Explosive cards and the case hit kabooms are some of the most talked about cards in the hobby. Find Absolute Football boxes at Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Update your collection.
Frank Frangie here. It's new year, new truck time at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% and 0 APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Value your trade and customize your payment options in seconds. Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
When you head out for a night with friends or going to the big game, don't forget the best game plan to win the night is to designate a driver and guarantee a safe ride home. Hydrating between buds is the best play you can make. Bud Light, reminding all to drink wiser.
An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Bari Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back on the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for consultation or visit BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com. The housing market is as busy as ever on the First Coast. And if you've moved in or moved on, make sure you have a team of trained electricians ready to help. American Electrical can make sure you're up to date electrically and maximize your living experience. Smart home automation services, home theater systems, outdoor and dock lighting, and backup generators. American Electrical can do it all. A team you can trust with highly trained technicians ensuring you have the best living experience. American-Electrical.com, a leader on the First Coast and powered by professionalism.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's sales event. For a limited time, save 20% off on our energy-efficient windows and patio doors designed to keep your home comfortable year-round and your energy bills down. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation. But hurry, the special New Year's offer won't last. License number CGC 1527613.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
The Electric Light Orchestra Experience featuring Evil Woman, the American ELO. A concert celebration featuring the music of Electric Light Orchestra is February 5th at Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets at fscjartistseries.org.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 87.
All right, my takeaway is I want to apologize to Duval. You're right. I did go in there. I was supposed to get a pickup, and I went for the Corvette. You're right, Matt Hayes. We need big bodies. Big bodies win. All right, I ain't taking no receiver number 5. I'm taking big bodies. I'm sticking with Mason Graham, guard. Those are my picks.
That's your first 3.
That's my first 3. I need 3 big men. I need some furniture movers in my first 3 picks of the draft. I'm going Mason Graham, guard.
I love that, man. That's phenomenal. My takeaway is the hope. The hope is still don't have a GM here, by the way. Still don't know where we're headed there. Still don't know if it's Ethan Waugh who's going to be doing who will eventually get elevated. Who knows? Who knows at this point? Okay. Still don't have that in place yet. But the hope is that the head coach, Liam Coen, who by the way will be down at the stadium tonight. Free tickets available for a roundtable discussion with Frank Frangie of 1010XL, JP Shadrick, and Tony Baselli.
Welcome party, huh?
A welcome party for the coach.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah. In fact, the Frangie show's lining up from the West Club.
I didn't get the memo, but go ahead.
Yeah. Get down there and go see your coach and go party down. I can guarantee you 100% he will scream Duval tonight. And it won't be Duval.
Yeah, he's been prepped.
Duval. Yeah, you're not going to hear that.
He's been prepped.
No,
Trust
you're
me.
going to hear the big baritone Duval.
Baritone,
what you're gonna hear.
All right. A little Barry White in his voice.
Little Barry White, little bit. Yeah, my takeaway is the hope is your head coach came here with the idea of, hey, yeah, I'll sign now that we've got that one mess taken care of and the GM's out. I'll be your head coach, but I want control over where we're going in the draft, what we're doing in free agency. If not control, I want equal control with the GM. I want to be the guy who has, if it comes right down to it, I want to be the guy that says, no, I want to go here. If I put my fist down and say, we are going with interior line at 5, then that's where we're going. Or wherever. If I say we are going with receiver at 5, then that's where we're going. And I feel like he has that mandate now because, again, he could have stayed with the Bucs and been the highest paid coordinator in the game and didn't have to go to, let's call it what it is. You could easily say this is the worst franchise in the league. Didn't have to come here and try and fix this mess, okay? Granted, there's a lot of pieces that can help, and it can be turned around quickly. But he didn't have to take this job, but he did. He did. And my guess is he was given a mandate of, okay, you put your fist down, that's what we'll do. So I like that. I like the fact that you've got a guy, a young guy that understands scoring points is the important thing. A young guy that understands you've got to put pieces around your quarterback because your quarterback is everything, especially when you've spent $275 million on him. So he will put pieces around him. And to your point of the Corvette or the Silverado, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with the Silverado, okay? Nothing wrong with the Silverado. Your point is, yeah, it's time to load up on some Silverados to clear the path for that Beaver Chevy Corvette. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. Now, with great power comes great responsibility.
That's true.
You okay with him having it? Because you know that's a one-trick pony now. If he's making all decisions now, he better do right.
I don't know that he has complete control, but my guess is he's got a significant amount of power right now.
Okay. All right.
And they'll hire the GM.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I am okay with that because look, you've bought into who he is and what he's about and what kind of coach he is. And if he's a guy that can do with Trevor Lawrence what he did with Baker Mayfield, what he did, frankly, with Will Levis at Kentucky, if he's the guy that can do that, I'm okay with him having power. Yeah. Okay. I'm okay with any coach in this league. I'm okay with them having power if they're the right coach.
Even with his resume being a little sketchy. Year after 1 year here, 1 year, 1 year.
Yeah, it's a little sketch.
Yeah, a little sketch.
It's a little sketch. There's no doubt it is. I mean, you got a guy that hasn't been in the NFL that long, never been a head coach. Clearly there's hesitations or reservations, however you want to look at it. Doesn't mean he can't be successful. Doesn't mean he won't be a guy that could grow into the job. I kind of look at it as, look, at the end of the day, the most important thing of any new coach here, no matter who it was I want a guy whose entire focus is number 16. Because that's what you will not win here in Jacksonville if you cannot put the right pieces around 16 and make him successful. By the way, when he showed up in that press conference, he definitely lost a little weight. You know, with that injury, you don't work out, you don't.
Yeah.
You're not what you used to be. He definitely looked, and I don't know if anybody else noticed that too, but he definitely looked like he'd lost some weight.
Good for him.
Also probably, it's also probably that he's not. No, I don't mean it in a good way. I think he looked really good last year as far as the way his body was shaped. I think it's also probably, he's got a new kid. He's not sleeping as much. That 2 a.m. wake up call with that bottle.
Yeah,
that comes hard, man. You know that.
I know. I've been there. 3 kids, absolutely. I had to deal with that kind of thing. No, when you said, I was thinking about the powers, I was reflecting back when I was in nursery school. I remember when they had the toy bin.
Right.
And I was able to go and I was the guy that could pick out the first toy. I wanted all the toys, right? I'm just saying. I mean, you give a person that kind of power, I mean, you hope he can handle it.
Yeah, and if he can't, then you're.
I'm saying you hope he can handle
12-5 division winner.
Yeah.
I don't want to go all Hayes Carline because Carline's very big on and I'm not saying this in a mean way because I love Carline. Carline's kind of gets into hyperbole. He's joking half the time too. You give a guy power like that and he knows what he's doing, you're going to get success. Okay. You will get success. There's no doubt about it. On the text line, here's another thing too. Let me say this to you real quick, okay? You and I both are in the guard boat. What if you go into free agency and you get Mekhi Becton and Trey Smith, both available?
It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap.
It's going to cost a lot of money.
That's okay.
It's going to cost a lot of money.
It's going to cost you.
It'll be top dollar for both of them.
Yeah, it's going to cost you what?
Top of what the guards make
for both.
I don't know. I don't know how much.
I mean, we can probably get both of them $100 million.
I'm going to ask Carline now because I think Carline might be intrigued by that because you're talking about one elite guard and Trey Smith, who is elite. There's no doubt about it. And then Mekhi Becton's really playing well right now.
Yeah.
You get 2 guards there. You mix them with your 2 tackles who you feel really good about.
It's going to cost you $100 million, bro.
All right. Well, what do you?
I'm good with it. I'm absolutely good with that. I'm great with it. Get 2 cars. Yes, I'm great.
And then you go Mason Grant at 5, right?
Yeah.
Maybe trade back into the first round, late first round, get a Mika Buka, wide receiver.
Yeah.
I can do this GM thing, man. It's not that difficult.
All right.
It's not that difficult. All right, let's go. Let's get over to the Frangie show. They're over at the Stadium E. Big soiree tonight with the coach, your new coach.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
All right, Carline, what about my idea? Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Sign Trey Smith, sign Mekhi Becton, and then you're done at guard.
You certainly would be done at guard. Yeah, I mean, look, you can't get upset when they allocate resources to the offensive line, and we know that's coming. I think the mental gymnastics they're going to have to go through is, do you want to spend big on guard when historically in the second and third round you can acquire great guard play in a prospect at a very cheap and much cheaper price than free agency. So again, that's the balancing act that they're going to have to, figure it out. I mean, but certainly between free agency and by end of round 3 of this draft, and again, they've got extra picks. They've got 4 in the first 88, 5 in the first 125. So, I mean, they're going to have a lot of draft capital. I would think they'd be better served to hold that money and allocate it elsewhere and then go and really attack the guard position in the second, third round. And they could draft too, certainly, if they wanted to. But that would probably be, I think, more the path I would take. But look, if they elect to spend big on guards, it's hard to argue. It's just it seems like that's a position where, and they've done that a lot here. I mean, going all the way back to like Zane Beatles, this has been an organization that will spend big on the guard market, and I feel like it's never really paid the dividends they hoped. I mean, they've sort of gotten solid guys, but not like stars whenever they've gone that route. So I'd probably lean more towards the draft to solve that problem, but it certainly is a problem to your point, and it need both left guard and right guard should be considered wide open in my opinion.
All right, so you got that soiree going down there tonight. You're at the
West
Club.
We've got John Osher joining us, as well as JP Shadrick, and obviously, we're here for Liam Coen's pep rally. Welcome to Duval. They've got a fantastic stage set up. Our good buddy PCAV is out here with us as well. So lots of fun stuff happening at the stadium. And again, it's free. Just register. Go to Jaguars.com to register, and you'll get a ticket. But again, it's free, and you can come out here and enjoy a spectacular night at the stadium and meet your new head coach.
Nice. All right, you got Carline, you got Frangie, you got Tom Champion running the show there down at the stadium. Thanks, Hayes.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we're done here. I want to thank Dave Campo. He will be back with us tomorrow. We also got Cleo Lemon tomorrow. Cleo's going to come by and talk a little Jags.
Nice.
So we'll have the NFL covered here on Primetime tomorrow. All right, Joe C., my thanks to him. He's off on assignment. Thanks to, of course, Dave Campo. RJ, thanks for filling in for JJ. Leon, we'll see everybody tomorrow.
You got it.
Everyone wants to doubt Jacksonville. Never doubt Jacksonville.
Duval.